Hello viewers, welcome to Core for Any. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Flutter Taxi App inside today we need to create here the side menu. Settings menu we need to develop here. First of all, so we need to see these designs inside the XD files. We need to see first of all, so we need to open here the XD inside. First of all, need to create here the app bars. Then after need to create here the above menus, and then after help menu need to develop here. First of all, need to create here the this row and to create like how can write this inside the flutters. First of all, need to create here the new screens inside the menu folders. So need to go here the homes inside menu and to create here the new files and to give these names here the settings view dot like this. We need to create seers. Now need to create here the stateful widgets. Give these names here the settings like this. Give setting view, and now need to import here the material dependency. We need to import here. First of all, we need to create here the scaffolds. We need to create here and to copy here the app bars. We need to copy here the service types inside. We need to copy these app bars and to paste this here the setting inside. We need to put this here the app bars. First of all, we need to import here these color extensions. Now we need to set this here the names as a give here the setting like this sets, and also need to configure this page inside the menu. Need to go here the menu view and to give this here the setting tabs. Need to setting row inside. Need to configure here the context push extensions methods. We need to call this here and to write down here the const setting view like this. Give this here and now need to save. And first of all, need to open here the menu and to select this here the settings. Now openings here the setting view screen with two openings here. Let's start how to write down inside the our view. First of all, need to see this here the designs. Let's first of all the open XD files and to side up this view, and now need to create one by one this row. First of all, need to create here the one common widgets for the drawing for this row. First of all, need to give this here the common widgets, and now to create here the new files. Need to give this here the setting row setting row dot like this give, and to create here the stateful widgets stateless widgets, and to give this here the setting row like this. Give these names, and now need to import here the material dependency class, and now need to create here the containers inside. We need to give this here first of all the paddings. We need to set this here margins. We need to set here, otherwise we need to give this here padding is good. Const edges insert symmetric horizontals. We need to give this here the 20, as well as need to go set the verticals. We need to not need here horizontals. We need to remove this here because we need to give this here commonly inside the list view into set to paddings as a horizontals. Now need to give this verticals. We need to set this here the 8 like this goods, and now need to create here the children's. First of all, need to create here the row, and now need to create children's. Now first of all, need to set this here the image. First of all, needs here some parameters. Need to set this here for this icons. First of all, set here the titles for this row. Then after need to give this here the string past here the icons names that like these icons. Also need to create here the click events for void callbacks. Need to set this here and to set this here the on press event like this sets here. Now need to import here this method inside these constructors and to call this add final fields from parameters like this calls, and to automatically set this here like this is the shortcuts for here. Now we need to set this here the image assets and to give this here the icon And also need to give this here the width, as we need to set here the 25, and heights we need to give this here the 25 like this sets here. Also need to give this here the heights width space, we need to give this here the 15 like goods. And now need to create here the const methods like this set const. And now need to define here the extension class, we need to define this here, and to between we need to write down here the text fields like this give here, and to set this here the text value. And now need to give this here the titles like this sets. And also need to give this here the text styles, need to provide here, need to give this here the text styles methods, need to call this here, and to give this here the first of all the colors, need to set this t color primary text, need to set this here. Also need to set this here the font size, and to check inside the xd files, and to set here the 16 regulars, so need to set this here like this fonts. Now need to set this like years. Now need to create here the click events for this UI, to create here the wrap with these widgets, and to give this here the names as a int qual methods, we need to call this here, write down here the on tab events, and to give this here the on press event, need to pass this void callback methods. It's now this is the this row are the creatings done. And now need to create here the our view. First of all need to go inside the setting view, and first of all need to create here the body inside the scaffolds. Need to set this here. First of all need to create here the scroll view, need to set this here like this sets, and to select single tiled scrolls, and to set this here children's. Now need to create here the columns, this sets here. And also need here the creating. First of all need to go inside the backgrounds colors scaffolds, need to set this here the give this here color light white, so need to give this here the colors like this sets. Also need to go inside the setting row, and to give this here the containers colors, need to set by default directly white colors, so need to set this here color white like this sets colors white like this sets here. And now we need to save this here these files, and we need to go inside the setting view, and to set this here the one by one row, need to define first of all, so need to give this here the some height space, so need to give this here the height space, need to set this here the 8 like this sets const value like give this is the static. Now like this settings here, now need to use here the setting row methods. Now need to give this here the titles my profile like this, give this here the profile, and to also need to pass here to give this here the click events like this sets here comma. Now we need to go inside the assets folder, select the image folders, and to give this here the sm profiles, give this here the relative path, and set need to put these icons. Now need to save these files here like this, and to displaying like this here. And also need to set this here the padding, set the columns to give this like here padding symmetric. And we need to set this here the horizontals, we need to give this here the 20 like this sets here. And this is not good, need to put this here, no needs here, need to by default set and the settings, then need to put this here. Go inside the setting row, go definitions, and to give this here the horizontals, you need to give this here the 20, need to pass this here like this UI here. Now creatings, need to increase this here the this heights, need to put this spots, and to set here the 15s. Also need to create another row, need to put this here inside the setting view. Now need to go inside the setting view, and to copy this here the row, and to give this here paste 3 times like these sets, and one by one need to change these names, need to now need to create here the vehicles names, give this Then after to give this here the personal document, sets here. Now then after need to create here the another row and to give this here the bank detail like this sets, and also need to copy this here the this row and to put this here, and last ones need to create this here the change password like this here, and also need to give this here the all images need to set first of all password this relative path as a need to change passwords need to give this here. Now then after need to bank details, now need to copy here there's a bank details relative path and to put this here. Then after need to give this here the documents copy relative path and to put this here the documents image. And then after last one is the vehicles, and to copy this relative path my vehicles and to give this here like this sets. Now need to save this here and displaying like this UI goods, and also need to give this here the some height space, give this here size box, this here the height. We need to set this here the height space as a 15 like this sets, and to give this here the const value sets here. Now need to create here the another text fields. We need to put this here first of all. Need to copy this here the titles and to put this here. First of all, we need to put this data here and to give this here the titles as a help. Now need to check this here the font size. Need to give this here the pin 15s and to set this here the extra bolts like this sets, and to help like write here the capitals methods. Need to write this here the help capitals, and also need to give this here the paddings needs here. Need to give this here the symmetric horizontals. Need to set this here the 20 like this sets, and now need to save this here and to create also here the go inside the columns and to set here the cross axis alignments. So need to set this here as a start set here is displaying this our UI, and now need to copy against this whole row. Need to needs here and to paste this here. Now we set this here, give this here comma. Then after need to set here the terms and conditions. Titles we need to set this here and we need to give this here conditions like this sets. Then after need to set here the privacy policy. Sets, and after need to give this here the another titles about it's yes, and last ones the contact us here and this one. So needs also need to give this here the some height space. It sets here. Now need to set here the documents icons. Need to copy this here the this relative path and to put as a document. And contact us to this here the profile icon. Now need to save this here and also need to give this here the vertical padding. Need to set here the 8 sets here. Now this is the displaying good this here the UI, and also need to increase this image size and to go inside the definitions and to increase this here set 30 like this sets here, and also increase this here 18 like this displaying good this UI. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. And everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.